this afternoon?
Well, we're getting ready for a possible snow and ice event Saturday night into Sunday morning.
And what are y'all doing to get ready?
Well, we're hoping to pre-treat the roads this weekend, but unfortunately due to the rain, we're not going to be able to brine at all. So we'll have to wait last minute and start putting down salt.
Go ahead and tell us why you can't brine the roads.
Well, when we pre-treat the roads with our brine mixture, if it rains, it'll unfortunately wash the brine away and it won't be effective.
Explain how it works, what your schedule is on Saturday, what's your plan?
So we're probably going to bring most folks in between 6 and 7 o'clock, and we'll get them stationed out, make sure trucks are loaded with like what we're doing right now, and then once the weather changes from rain to snow, we'll probably set them out on the route and then start throwing salt.
So how's that going to work with the rain and the salt? I mean, can you go into like what we can do?
Well, it kind of depends what ends up happening. If it's a light enough rain, we could probably start putting down salt earlier, and it won't wash out. It'll actually make its own brine. So it really depends on the timing of the storm. So it could change over at 8 o'clock, or it could rain heavy until midnight. We don't know at this point. We just want to be prepared. So we'll have everybody in and out on the road and ready for it to start.
So there are circumstances where you don't brine at all. Like just the way it changes, you might just put salt out if it changes quick enough. Or
correct. I mean, that's kind of the idea. Obviously, brining is probably our best pre-treatment method. Unfortunately, this is one of those rare circumstances where we just can't do it at this point.
It sounds like it's kind of a worst case scenario to go from, if it's dry and it starts snowing, that's one thing, but if it's raining and it turns to freezing rain and stuff.
That's when we can start having some issues, unfortunately. But if we might have to throw down a little bit extra salt, and but our trucks do have plows and they have belly scrapers. If we do get ice, they'll break it up.
As drivers, if it does get bad, what can we do to help you guys do your job?
If you don't have to go anywhere, don't go anywhere. Stay home. Just stay off the road. We promise we'll get it cleaned up for you by morning.
And I know this is going to be a really dumb question, but how much salt do you think you'll use just this episode?
Again, that just depends. I mean, what we would like is use as little as possible. But if the weather continues on, we may have to salt into early morning or early Sunday afternoon. Just depends what happens.
Maybe can you talk about the particular concern for bridges and overpasses?
Typically, the coolest areas are going to be bridges and overpasses. That's where we have the most slick spots. We'll focus most of our attention on those initially and try to get a good layer in the rest of the roadway.
Do you have people, are they on overtime, or will they be coming in all night?
They will.
How's it going to work?
Yeah, they'll be on overtime. They've worked all week, and we still have other jobs to do, whether it's repairing potholes or cleaning out ditches or checking drains. Unfortunately, since we're having rain, we do have employees out now actually checking drainage structures, making sure they're not clogged. We don't have any issues, because if it does freeze and we have water on the roadway, then we have a whole other problem.
We know I'm happy to scrub my eyes. You guys gonna...
In Davidson County, we have 1,500 lane miles, a little over.
Maybe explain a little bit about the priority routes, how that works.
Our priority routes will be our interstates and our controlled access routes, so like Briley Parkway and some of your larger state routes. And then once we get those taken care of, we'll move to our secondary routes. Are you sure, man? I was just finally getting comfortable back here.
Can you make up something?
I can make up a lot. It won't be relevant.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Our assistant news director wants to know if the government shutdown is making any projects go longer.
Not here at TDOT. We're going to work.
So where's the pepper operation? Obviously this is the salt operation.
Well, you want to come work, man? We'll get it going now.
Oh, yeah.
About lunchtime, we'll start that part of it. If they get a lunch. We'll have to run it. We can bring it through tonight.
Again.
I mean, we think about it a lot.